All right, everybody, welcome back. Big Chris Outdoors. Got an exciting new month monster bass box here. So we're gonna open it up. We're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna show you why these guys are the #1 monthly subscription box that you need to be subscribed to. Not only are they region specific, as in if you live in the Northeast, you're gonna get the Northeast box. If you live in the Southeast, you're gonna get the Southeast box. These guys aren't gonna send you a bait that will not work for your region. Around here, they know there's not many lakes that are going 40, 50 feet deep on this, Delmarva Peninsula right here. Actually, I don't even know one besides some of these bigger rivers. So these guys are not gonna send you a product that will waste your money. So let's go in, let's dive in. This is the July box, also known as the Toyko rig box. So let's take a look at what's inside. First things first, the manual. So you got the Toyko rig right there on the front. This, as in my other videos, this is great. This gives you guys a little history about the Toyko rig, how to rig it, what baits to use, when to use it. It's also got all the other baits that are in here, all of the other cool little baits, tips, and tricks for everything that's in here. This guys is why they are #1 right here. No other monthly subscription box goes into such detail that these guys do to help not only people who might not be familiar with the Toyko rig and why the Toyko rig works, but also some of those newer anglers that might not be familiar with any of the baits that are in here or any of the tackle that comes in here or even how to rig it. So this always handy. There's always stuff to learn in here. So there's two main components to your Toyko rig. So Monster Bass sends it to you in their little packet right here. And this little packet right here is going to have everything that you need for the Toyko rig. So on the back here, it shows you the way to rig it. It's also inside of your rigging instructions. So I'm gonna open this up. These look like 3/0. Or possibly 2/0. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2/0. 2/0 regular EWG gap hooks. But what you hopefully can see is that little metal rod that hangs down. So that little metal rod right there is for the second part of what they send you. And that's the terminal tackle. And here they include 3/8 ounce tungsten bullet weights. So what happens is that when you're fishing this, you slide your weight onto that metal post right there. And once it's on there, you take a pair of pliers. And once you grab your pliers, you just bend over that metal rod, and what I like to do is I like to bend it all the way over so that it's almost flat like a paper clip almost. That way it doesn't grab any of the weeds or anything. And your bullet weight sits right there on the bottom while your bait stays suspended just above the bottom. And what that does is it gives it a different look for the bait itself. So this is dragging on the bottom, hitting all the rocks, hitting everything down there, creating that motion, that commotion that bass are looking for. Meanwhile, your bait itself is staying up and away from anything that might be on the bottom. Great, great, great technique for bass that you think have seen it all. This can be the difference between weighing in 5 fish and weighing in 4 fish in the lunker. Especially around here in some of these ponds, a lot of these bass have not seen this technique. So definitely something different that you can use in and around cover, on those grass beds, on those rocks. anywhere that you would typically throw a Texas rig, this rig itself is going to work. So included in there are 2 baits that you can use on that, and I am excited to use both of them. I already used one of them. So the first one's going to be the Z-Man Hella Crawls. This is the hot crawl color. This is a good color here. So it's a green pumpkin on one side, or watermelon seed, whatever you want to call it. And then it's got a red side to it, which is good, especially around here. And this is the 3-pack. This color, as I said again, is called Hot Crawl. The 3-pack of the Z-Man Tough. So something to add to your arsenal if you're not using Z-Man. Z-Man, the benefit to these guys, and the reason I like using them, they stretch. So you don't have to worry about that bass just pulling off that tentacle. They're gonna stretch. They're gonna get through that weed system. They come right back to the same shape. This one has a little bit of a paddle to these back claws right here. So what I would do is I'd break that off so those claws are separate, and then it'll just paddle behind. Definitely something to check out if you haven't seen Z-Man lures. Definitely check them out. The next is going to be something that I already use. Actually just went the other day with a buddy of mine, and you guys will see that video as well. That's coming out too. That should be out this week. This is the Gary Yamamoto flipping hog. So this is how you know you get your money's worth, guys. This isn't cheap stuff. This is, you know, these packs around here are $8 a piece, and they send you the whole pack. These flipping hogs here, this color here is the Mad Melon. It's got that red and green fleck to it. It's got all those digits, those appendages that flap in the water, and then the 2 crayfish like claws on the end of it. All right, on to the next one. Like I said, I kind of like the whole Japan feel on all of these baits in here. I'm really excited. Been shopping a lot of the Japanese products and products to use from Japan. They're a little bit more expensive, but they tend to be something different that the fish haven't seen around here, so you tend to have really good luck on them right away. And I don't think that there will be any problem with this. So this is a nosy. This is a wake bait. This is the Nosy by Hardcore. So it's got 2 rattlers in it. It's got the propeller on the back. And like I said, this is just a big wake bait. Really, really, really cool color on there. Hopefully you guys can see it, that greenish color. And then it's got the red feathered tail. So for those of you guys that don't know, wake baits, you know, just stay right on the top. It's a hinged wake bait, so it's got that movement in the back. You're gonna fish this. I fish these either at a steady troll back to the boat, or I'll even twitch these on the way back, similar to what I would do with a popper. And I'll just let that back piece just kind of flutter on the way back. All right, next is gonna be the Buckeyes Lure football jig itself. I did see that it's a ½ ounce jig. It's by Buckley Lures. It's a football jig. This is the perfect crawl. So this could be paired with some of those Z-Mans. This could be paired with those Gary Yamamotos. It's a flat-headed football jig. So she'll stand right up. Got a nice thick weed guard. I'd say it's probably 15-strand weed guard, and a nice bait keeper on it too. It's nice and heavy. I mean, I do like that. No matter how I throw it, it seems to stand right up in my hand. You know. Next one's going to be the Monster Bass Seeker 12, and I do like the Seekers. I like the noise that they give off. I'm a huge fan of the noise they give off, the wobble that they have. So this is just an exciting. This is like a yellow perch color. This is just a super exciting addition to my crankbait box. Definitely, even though, you know, it's a Monster Bass product, these fish just as good, if not better, than some of the baits that you're paying $12, $15 for. And I applaud you guys for at the Monster Bass Company for the time and the research that you guys put in to make baits like this affordable for people who can't afford to go out there and spend that $12 to $15 for that deep diving crankbait, because these will outperform and hang right with those big, expensive crankbaits that you see out there on the market. Nice long bill to it. It's got kind of a square cut to the front of it, so you know you're going to be pretty weedless going through some cover. You fold it down like it's diving, and you can see that those hooks sit right behind that bill, so you don't have to worry about, you know, getting all snagged up and everything. But definitely, just because it's a Monster Bass product in your box, don't think that you're getting ripped off. These guys put great products out there. All right, last but not least, Thunderhawk Lures. These guys have done something very, very, very interesting with their A10 and A series crankbaits. So this is what it looks like in a box, and I'm going to pull it out because I know it's hard for you guys to see it in there. But this is an interesting concept that I'm very intrigued about and very excited to try. So this is the A10. So of course, 7/16 out of an ounce. So this is a square bill Thunderhawk crankbait. I love the color, by the way. Thank you, whoever packed this box. You guys hit a home run for me in the colors that I like to throw around here. So this is like a ghost color with the eyes, you know, highlighted orange, and then the whole top of that chartreuse color. Let me tell you something. This is going to be a river runner, a river killer. This is going to be big on the river. So let me tell you something about this Thunderhawk. So all the research that I've done on this Thunderhawk before I did this YouTube video with you guys is that it has a movable inserted titanium ball in there. What that ball does is it rides the inside of the lure. So as you're reeling, your weight is centered here in the middle of that bait. So it's going to give you that dance, that profile as it's cutting through the water of it coming through. Now when you go to cast and you flip it back, the weight of this goes to the back of the actual bait itself, meaning that you can cast and control a lot better your distance and your castability to those tough to reach areas. You will see me on videos on river systems and in tournaments and in my upcoming fall schedule that I have planned out. You will see me have this title. That is a guarantee. This will catch fish in the Delaware River. This will catch fish on the Nanticoke. This will catch fish on the James River. This will catch fish everywhere around here that you can see shad and you have that river bite. This will do it. I promise. So that's going to be it for the Monster Bass box this month. Obviously in there is my golden ticket, my tournament entry for the month for the biggest bass, and then on the box itself, it gives you a little bit of, you know, what's coming up. Next month, I'm excited. I read on the forums pages that we are introducing the Ned rig, which kudos to them for bringing that out. I have a whole 2 boxes in my tackle box set up for the Ned. Even though we don't have a tremendous amount of smallmouth bass in Delaware, there's only 2 places that I know that we can go catch them. And we will go catch them, and we'll get all that on video. That's a fun trip. But bass around here that are super pressured love that Ned rig. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, and definitely give me a comment if you want to see me go out and specialize and fish, maybe, you know, do a demo of fishing any of these lures that I've gone over, or anything in general. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys can see next month's box, and look out for those videos that are coming with our special guests. So definitely, if you guys, you know, can hang out and subscribe, I'll drop as much content as I can, and I will get back to you guys, and I'll get you exactly what you want on this YouTube video. Thank you to those who have already subscribed, and let's see how big we can make it. Big Chris out.